Southern Pacific P8 Class 462-2475 was one of the last steam locomotives to run on the Southern Pacific. The engine was one of a handful of stored serviceable steam locomotives left on the Southern Pacific after the end of revenue steam operations in 1956. The last year of any steam operating on the Southern Pacific was 1958, and on New Year's Day of that year, the Central Coast Railway Club sponsored a Holiday with Steam excursion from San Jose to Tracy, which ended up being the last run for one of these Pacifics and the last steam train out of San Jose. Here, the 2475 is seen backing toward Cahill Street and having a meet with the San Francisco-bound commute. The engine ducks under the signal bridge before backing into Cahill Street Station. The trip begins at 11:30 a.m. with the first photo run-by leaving the San Jose Depot. Round-trip fare for this excursion to Tracy is $7 for adults and $3.50 for children, and photographing the train leaving San Jose is the first of 8 planned photo run-bys for the day. The train heads out of San Jose on the SP Milpitas line. The next photo stop for the 2475 is at Milpitas, where we see the train doing the run-by for the fans and then departing. The next set of run-bys are at the pair of through truss spans in Niles Canyon. Here we see the first run-by at Dresser before seeing the next run-by at Farwell. Steam trains can still be photographed going across these bridges, as this right-of-way is now part of the Pacific Locomotive Association's Niles Canyon Railway. "2475 is seen going past what is now the present-day location of the Niles Canyon Railway's Brightside Yard. The next photo run-by is on Altamont Pass as the 2475 makes some noise. 2475 was the last of a batch of 15 P-8 class Pacifics built by the Baldwin Locomotive Works in 1921. The original assignment for these 73-inch drivered Pacifics was to haul the Overland Limited between Sparks, Nevada and Ogden, Utah. The Pacifics were moved to the Bay Area after larger power took over their assignments in the desert, and after the end of regular steam operations on the San Francisco Peninsula in January of 1957, this would be the final run for one of these 462 Pacifics that had become synonymous with Southern Pacific steam in the Bay Area. The next photo run-by is made at Midway. 2 photo run-bys were made as the train arrived into Tracy, showing it arriving into the yard and then coming up to the water tower. Even though the trip from San Jose to Tracy in 1958 would be the swan song for 2475, fortunately, 3 462 Pacifics from the SP have been preserved. 2467 was donated to the City of Oakland in 1960 and preserved at Harrison Railroad Park. The Pacific Locomotive Association started restoring the engine in 1993, and in 1999 it was one of the star attractions under steam at Rail Fair in Sacramento. The engine suffered axle bearing damage in 2001, and in 2005 it was moved to the California State Railroad Museum, which is now the new home for this locomotive. 2472 was donated to the County of San Mateo and placed at the fairgrounds. Following a 16-year rebuild starting in 1975, the engine was one of the star attractions at Rail Fair in Sacramento in 1991. After working mainline excursions in the Bay Area until 2003, the engine was moved to Niles Canyon in 2006, and 50 years later in 2008, the site of a P8 Pacific running through Niles Canyon was seen again. In 2020, the 2472 was moved to the Northwestern Pacific Railroad in Shelville, California, where the engine is now located along with other pieces of the Golden Gate Railroad Museum collection. The final of the 3 preserved SP Pacifics is 2479. After being restored in the Santa Clara County Fairgrounds from 1982 to 2022, the locomotive was moved to the Niles Canyon Railway, where the engine is being reassembled to return to operating condition for the first time since the 1950s. Even though the days of steam on the Southern Pacific have long since passed, being able to recreate and see the same scenes in the 21st century that 2475 created in 1958, and having that continue on with the ongoing restoration of these 3 locomotives, is a triumph in railroad preservation.